Hello and welcome to a little Saturday morning stream. Let me just open the chat here and wait a moment. Do the usual stuff. Doesn't seem to work well right now, so please stay with me here for a moment. Okay, for some reason it doesn't show that I'm streaming for me, for my chat window. That's weird. Let's do this and maybe restart this one. Open it again and yeah, now it's not there. Let me see, what could be the problem here? Ah, there it is. Perfect. Just took some time to appear. And now I have the chat open. Excellent. So, now we go to here. Click on that. That was the wrong thing to click on. We have to do it from here. You have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just talking so that you can be entertained. And with that we have it. Perfect. And now we're going to start the battle. Well, we will start with some replays, because I basically have the replays from last time, as well as a little extra for regarding the map that I recently built, if I can find it. Yeah, that's it. So let's watch this battle here on my custom map. Playing against an Empire player who brought a lot of ranged troops here. Well, I brought a basic Tomb King army with a few chariots because I wanted to try them out. I think they got buffed too in the recent patch, so that's a fun thing. But on the other hand, I can finally show the complete map after it has been finished. Also, there seem to be some minor problems with the edges, so may have to go over that again, but they don't seem to be too drastic, so maybe I will leave them. Also here, actually there should be an opening here, but whatever. When the loading will be done. Darn it. So, let's go over the deployment. I paused? Yeah, I paused. I brought a Tomb Scorpion hidden here in this tree. Kinda weird. Then a front line of 7 units of Skeleton Spearmen. 2 units of Tomb Guard with halberds, 1 unit of the Kepra Guard, Cetra's Imperishable, and Tomb Prince, both on a chariot. Cetra on his Chariots of the God. For Cetra I brought Jab's Incantation of Cursed Blades, as well as Nero's Incantation of Protection. And then up here on the hill I've brought 2 units of Skeleton Chariots with Archers on top. For my enemy, he brought 1 Hellstorm rocket battery, which could be potentially pretty dangerous for me. Light Wizard on a Pegasus, with Net of Amitok, Shem's burning, basically all spells for some reason. Also the debuff for every spell cast on my leadership. Then a front line of 2 handgunners and 2 spearmen. Once again 2 spearmen, 1 troop of the silver bullets and 1 hellblaster volley gun. And then on the other side of the match, again 2 units of handgunners, 1 hellblaster volley gun and then Boris Toadbringer on a griffin. Yeah. I don't think this is a really good formation, especially since they are missing a lot of melee capacity to really hold things back, while their Hellstorm rocket battery can be pretty devastating for me. But luckily they split up, so... Oh, I probably could have already run it, because this map is quite big. Yeah. And... kinda decided to not engage up here, since, well, artillery and the Hellblaster volley gun is a pretty problematic danger that I would have to face. And luckily they brought 2 Hellblaster volley guns, normal cannons, and just 3 units of skeleton spearmen, and I could just move around it. At the beginning I wanted to go in the center, but then I thought, why would I have to go in the center if I can just basically go around here and move up there? Also, that's what happened of this little temple area here with a few buildings. Kind of want to do prefabs, and I don't know how to save them, but I will read up on that. I hope you can save them, because having your... Shut up, Cetra. Having your own things ready built. Shut up. Having your own things pre-built would be pretty handy. Also, I forgot the flames here. Oh, maybe it's a desert temple, it doesn't need flames. Also, I'm moving my chariots over here to support. Maybe should have done something here. Well, we'll learn for the next map. At this point I decide to march some of my troops through here and have the rest move around. And the good thing about Tomb Kings is that they have pretty good shields, so even under direct fire they won't take too much damage. Soon we should be in range. The problem is, if you bring so much and the enemy brings any flying troops, that can be pretty devastating for your artillery. And if you don't have enough front line, that might be pretty, well, bad for you. Because once your front line falls, your back line is completely open. Oops, that was a building. Also a little something. Actually, every of these buildings should have had this in the background. This tombstone with a snake in the mouth. But sadly, oh, it's not even placed in the center. I should have corrected that at some point, but whatever. But sadly, I didn't manage to get that in the selection bar, so I didn't copy it. Ooh. Also, the last column here is missing. Really have to work on that. And here we have a little net going down. They maybe should have backed down on the spells and brought one more units of spearmen. As you can see, my guys are getting shot up, but that's okay, they are skeleton spearmen. Also my chariots are moving around slowly. And my Tomb Scorpion is now in their hand cannons, and they don't seem to have set them on defensive mode. Also, they are not ordering them to shoot my Tomb Scorpion, so that is pretty good for me. And here my skeleton chariots are kinda annoying than me here. What's that? Oh, a net of Amitok. Trying to pin them in. Probably should have done that for this guy, because here comes the Tomb Prince together with Kateb. Yes, they are being shot up, but... Cetra, not Kateb. I play Kateb too much. But the Light Wizard doesn't hold in here along with these two in the mix. Here we have now the constant firing of these guys into my chariots. But since their frontline kinda got overwhelmed here, doesn't help them much. Kinda want to do 3 versus 3 on this map. And with this, the chariots are in the backline. Try to bring Cetra through here so that he can actually kill the crew. Not so much luck for my other chariots, but they can still mow down some other troops. Here comes the General of the Empire, trying to get into my chariots, but that's okay. Also the Hellblaster volley gun is still positioned up there. Not in a really good position to do really anything. I think the best thing for this formation would have been to basically place all 3 pieces of artillery in range of each other and not so far apart. But, well, the enemy didn't know this map, so yeah. And will we get a point-blank volley here? No, it doesn't seem like it. Did they get away from their guns? And here you can see Cetra is duking it out with Boris, but he has a Tomb Prince close and a unit of chariots. But still, he takes a lot of damage here from the handgunner fire. And my chariots crumble here. So I have them move away and basically take care of the handgunners. And here we had a spell. Yeah, Shamp's Burning Gaze doing nearly non-damage to my Kepra Guard. And at this point these guys are just standing there, not helping their allies. But I have 1 unit of spearmen basically to distract them if they try to move, but the Hellblaster volley gun is shooting. And let's take a look here. We're halfway to the 3rd level of Realm of Souls. Kinda want to have that. And here Boris makes a mistake and tries to engage Kateb with his Tomb Prince, Cetra with his Tomb Prince on basic ground. And what I basically do is give him physical protection and then do a little turnaround and they collide. Basically to get a bit less charge bonus of Boris. And at this point both of these guys are whacking at Boris, and it's kinda dangerous for Kateb too, but he's fine with Tomb Prince. Yeah, it's kind of scary how much damage Kateb can deal out when he's on his chariot. He's a really scary chariot lord. At this point I also have my Tomb Scorpion march over here, because I actually wanted to get him around maybe if the enemy doesn't notice. And I think at this point it would have been too late, because this thing is way faster than infantry. But the general comes here, so I don't really want him engaged against that. But as you can see, I still have some pretty healthy troops here. and the enemy is going together, and at this point I've reached the third realm of souls, and here we have some fire from them going down here, while my chariots are firing at the light wizards, so it was worth bringing the chariots with both. And at this point I summon my Ushabti just to shut down the Hellstorm rocket battery, which could pretty much mess up my army still, or at least deal a lot of damage. So they get in and just rack up this Hellblaster volley gun. I like the charge animation here of the Skeleton Spearman. These guys did not perform a charge attack, it seems. Could it be that they were just moved on top or something? But whatever. I have my Tomb Scorpion. One cannon crew tries to run through. Or maybe tries to run interference with my Capra Guard. While my Halberdiers are getting slaughtered here, Tomb Guard. But whatever. The Spearman comes from behind, and these Spearmen are basically forgotten, so gonna roll with that. And here is the Empire General, Boris Todbringer, not the basic Empire General. I mean, he is basically an Empire General, but is he a General? Whatever. But I just have my Tomb Scorpion move on something else. He is not cut out fighting Griffins, as you can see, especially not Boris. So at this point my Tomb Guard helps with the engagement here, together with some Skeleton Spearmen. And here my Capra Guard is cutting these guys apart, while my Spearmen are going for their handgunners. Capra Guard is pretty. With that the chariots come in. The Tomb Scorpion has dealt a few hits back and killed Boris here. I mean, Boris was already heavily hit. And at this point, my enemy's troops are kinda wavering and breaking. As you can see, the Hellblaster volley gun has rounded off, and my Ushabti have crumbled just before reaching the battlefield. Yeah, kind of a shame.
Attack! Sacrifice them!
To a barrel roll.
Legions forward! Attack the living!
He has a nice weapon, the Tomb Prince. And with that we have a Pyrrhic victory. Let's go over the end thing shortly. My Skeleton Spearmen mostly died to, well, fire line, but that's okay, they are Skeleton Spearmen, and the other ones were still healthy. My Tomb Guard also worked pretty okay-ish through that, but I think my Chariot and my Scorpion did the most thing, together with Zetra and the summoned Ushabtis, which basically kills the Hellstorm rocket battery. Against Tomb Prince you need way more protection than 4 units of Spearmen and General. I think so, yeah. Too much money poured into the firing line, I guess. Also, I think against most basic things the archers would suffice, but I guess this is a build brought against to counter some elite build with a lot of big creatures, which I did not bring. I mean, a lot of stone things, because of all the AP and anti-large. Yeah. And some anti-infantry to basically weaken the front line. So the basic idea is pretty cool and I think alright, but finally it was just missing enough power to really hold the front line against something a bit different. And maybe a bit too unbalanced, the army. But whatever. Let's go to the next replay, and that was the first battle from last time. A round with Norska against the dwarves, who brought the giant slayers, which was nice. And I brought some Norscan ice trolls, which was not nice for me since slayers. Ooh, yeah. If you still remember, but whatever. We will take that a bit more cinematic, and I will try to shut up a bit more. I just commented the last battle a bit more because, well, I kind of wanted to talk a bit about the map and other stuff. Also, I've seen some footage of the Three Kingdoms things. So, let's do here a little thing. Marauder horsemen in the forest, the front line of basic marauders with great weapons. Behind that, 4 groups of Norscan ice trolls. Then Throg here, together with a Shaman of Death, with Spirit Leech, Soul Blight, and Doom and Darkness. And then a unit of Ice Wolf Chariots. Because I wanted to bring these beauties here. Yes, and for my enemy, 2 units of Rangers, Buckman's Rangers to be exact. A front line of 2 units of Longbeard, 1 Longbeard, 1 Ironbreaker, 1 Rumbling Guard, which is basically also Longbeard, but whatever. 2 units of Dwarf Warriors on each flank. A unit of Dragonbag Slayers and 1 unit of Giant Slayers, together with Lord Ungrim Iron Fist, as well as a Master Engineer, and a Dwarven Cannon. And it seems the enemy missed to basically place their lords here, but that's okay. They can move it up. Ouch. What did that troll do? He fell back and then in front again.
For the blood god, bring us to carnage. Rah! Lead us to mortals. Call demands.
Should have focused down these Ironbreakers.
Faster. All right. Faster or blades hunger. Now. Attack! Quickly! We want their eyes! Kill them all! Move on them! Quick! Moving out! Now!
Hero made the mistake to charge them in first.
Positioning! More ground! Just a sec! Good plan! This one's good! Winds to me! Onwards! To the scatter! Rah! Close combat! We fight!
Here I should have moved them through and let Ungrim and Throg brawl it out.
Doing it! That's what the masters beg! Stop! Close combat! Now in attack!
probably retreated Strogam at this point. Or at least used his Troll King ability.
For the blood god!
Or however that's called.
Maraud!
They really need to change the symbol for the Slayers.
Just a sec! They'll see!
Just looks like normal Longbeards.
Get them! Throw! We fight! Slaughter! Move! Mortal fool! Eat your souls! The gods demand it! You said it!
You said it.
Here come my chariots, way too late.
A killing.
Get them! Retreat! Retreat! Blood!
No delays.
Condiments! For the blood god! Monster steps! Charge! Quickly! What? Yes! Nose on the sheep! Eating time! For chaos!
Positioning.
All right!
As you say. Quick, quick. Winds. For me.
And here Angrim turns it around. Can cast this unbreakable thing, but doesn't help anymore.
Attack the mortals! Now shower time! Tear flesh!
Probably with this guy shooting away at Strogam.
Attack! You said it! Pull back! Stomp on!
And with him breaking, my whole army is not in a good shape anymore.
Doing it! Good! If they close,
I'm sorry.
retreat!
And yeah, with that we have an end here. I probably should have used my Marauder frontline together with the trolls more efficiently and have some trolls actually cycle around stuff. Also have these guys engaged in their rangers way earlier. Also firing down at the Ironbreakers maybe? Because these Ironbreakers messed up a lot of my frontline. And sadly I didn't pay too much attention to the endgame here with Rock and Ungrim. That the enemy basically drew him out again and then charged him in back. And yeah, basically this Master Engineer was pretty good at sniping down Throg. And for their frontline, they didn't get too many kills, but there were some trolls under these kills, so that's the thing. Also these Ironbreakers held for like ever, and then the Slayers basically were pretty efficient against my whole army here. And I forgot about my Ice Wolf Chariot, sadly. Luckily I could shoot down their cannon before they killed my Ice Wolf Chariot. Which I then proceeded to forget, so, yeah, okay. So let's go to the next quick battle here. Me playing as Lizardmen against Dark Elves. And I think we will do some quick battles in a bit here once I'm through the replays. Dark Elves also brought a Manticore, which is nice. And then the Sisters of Slaughter, which are pretty darn dangerous. Because they can slaughter basically everything. Except for tier 3 heavy infantry, I guess. Let's fast forward here a bit. And then have the first volleys going down into my skink herds, which were basically brought as cannon fodder frontline. Look at these beauties. Also, I think it was really cool that they brought Malekith on a chariot instead of the usual, oh, I bring Helebron. I don't like Helebron. Luckily they are shooting at my skinks here, so that's good. I also brought these Firebola guys. In fear of Harganeth executioners. Well, I don't think they would be good against Harganeth executioners. But maybe against witch elves. Having some poison applied here. But not dealing much damage. And the Blade Wind. Luckily doing not too much right now. Yeah, for some reason did not do too much damage. Also, I forgot about my cavalry here, which is bad because cavalry really can mess up the Sisters of Slaughter. So please do. Also well used Reaper Bolt Throwers with a air protection here. Sadly the first volley missed here. And the second volley got somewhere completely wrong. Kind of weird where they are targeting. I think they should try to target somewhere in the center, and there comes the Manticores. And the Harpies. And at this point, the Sisters of Slaughter together with the elite version Witch Elves are in battle. Damn it, I want to shut up more. The Reaper Bolt Thrower is shooting at my gun. Yeah, and as you can see, it doesn't look very well. Right now I'm bringing in my Cold War Cavalry, and they actually help a lot here. Should have just moved them in. Oh, yeah, rampage. There was that thing still.
Dead drop dog. Hard drop dog. Death to your whip. Uncanny! Drop dog!
Casting my healing here on my code ones. But since most of my infantry broke, yeah.
Dead drop dog! Dead drop dog!
And with that, we have it. Another loss for me, yay. Once again, these Sisters of Slaughter are really dangerous together with Sisters of Singing Doom. Still, my frontline managed to net some kills against the basic Dark Elf infantry, which was to be expected. The Skinku Horde Javelins did not as much as I expected in that battle, and sadly my Temple Guard together with my Slam Priest were pretty hard focused down. Yeah. Malikis also got focused down, but the remaining troops still had enough leadership to survive that, and I just took way too long to get these things done. I probably should have used my Pterodon Riders to shut them down early and try to, instead of trying to engage these Sisters of Slaughter, where these Harpies and Pharaoh Manticores were pretty pissed at them at some point, and yeah. 750 down the drain, especially since they didn't even really hit with their Fire Leech Bowlers. Sad, sad story. And my Cold One Spear Riders just came way too late into the battle. Could have done way more harm, especially against the Sisters of Slaughter. And finally to the last quick battle here. And I think then we will go to actual quick battles. I'm playing Greenskins with Verzak against Chaos with Kolek. What else do you expect? It's kinda sad that Kolek is kind of a sure pick, while they also have other pretty cool heroes. Well, sometimes you see Satora, but whatever. Like that they brought the elite version Hellcannon, you really rarely see them. The Soul of Damnation. Yeah. Look at these Chaos Dwarfs. Huh. I wonder if they will scrap the Warriors of Chaos in the third game. Hopefully not. But whatever. And here we have Kolek. A Wizard of Shadows. Let's say it like this. I like the helmet, but it seems weird. I like weird. Also, this stuff is weird. But that's a Chaos theme. And then we have some Chaos Knights and Poison Warhounds. And I think another unit of Chaos Knights somewhere. Nope. But a frontline of 2 Chaos Warriors, 3 Forsaken, and 1 unit of Chosen with Great Weapons. Probably to counter Black Orcs. And these two basically mess up the front line. Oh. Yes, and for my army I brought actually a lot of spiders. 2 Spider Rider, 3 basic Spider Riders. No, 2 basic Spider Riders. And 3 Spider Rider Bowmen, 1 being the Death Creepers. And then a Ragnarok Spider, a frontline of Biggins. 5 Biggins, yeah, 5 Biggins. Some Savage Orcs and 2 units of Goblins. The Gobos. And as well as Azek the Slaughterer on his thing, because how else am I supposed to kill a Kolek or a Satarael with a Greenskin army? Yeah. Instead, they improved the tracking of these projectiles. But this explosion did surprisingly less than expected. But this thing is also firing pretty fast, so that's also dangerous.
This way! Shift it!
And it can chuck away at units, especially if I had brought Black Orcs. That would have been disastrous for me. Losing half of a unit of Black Orcs against that. Not nice. But it's pretty costly, so the efficiency is to be expected. Or better said, I would be disappointed if not. Probably should have them shoot at these Forsaken instead of the Chaos Warriors with shields. And here we have the first Spirit Leech going down. Here the Chosen are fighting goblins, which is, in my opinion, their ideal target. I mean, for me. Not for them, though. While some of my troops are just flanking around. And here we have the nice green walk going off. Everything will fight better now. My Biggins are duking it out with these Chaos Warriors. And the Forsaken. Forsaken don't really stand a chance against Biggins. And now we should have a rear charge from these guys. Also, Vorozek has landed and Kolek just gallops to him and smacks him a bit. And I missed that rear charge. But we still get some kind of rear charge. But this allows me basically to retreat Vorozek here in a minute. Also, I'm having my guys focus firing on Kolek, so that Vorozek could get away together with his speed ability, however it's called again. Also, the remains here have taken care of these Chaos guys and the Chaos players blobbing up. Together with his pretty fresh Chaos Knights, which are pretty dangerous. Also, my Goblins are back from routing and the Hell Cannon has been taken care of by Spiders and Goblins, so they paid off. I mean, that's like 700 together. They are the melee variant of the Spider Riders, so 400 per piece and Goblins 300. And here we have the Savage Orcs against the Chaos Warriors. And their Shadow Spell trying to get through here, doing some damage and leaving a nice, well, spike of that, Spear of Death. And once again, Vorozek landed, Kolek comes in, he uses his Stormbolt thing. But Vorozek gets out. And since Kolek is poisoned as well, he really doesn't manage to get into Vorozek. But then Poison Warhounds come and he turns around once again. And I blob the Foe Seeker. Also, my Ragnarok Spider is still in here, having fun. These Chaos Knights and Chaos Warriors. Luckily, the Chosen are not here. Where are they? Yeah, they were here routing off some Biggins. And now Death Creepers also are here and shooting a bit away. And Vorzak lands once again. And once again Kolex comes running towards him. But gets blocked by the Ragnarok spider. Which then gets smacked, and soon he should be through here. Armor. The Ragnarok spider is a really good blocker. And there it dies. He just cracks the spider. And there I got noted on Steam, but I can't answer yet, so sorry. As you can see, Vorzak helps clearing off a few of the remaining troops here, and we're popping another walk, so that my spider riders can get away to shoot their last bits of ammunition. And finally the fresh units of goblins that took care of the whole cannons are getting engaged into the fight. They are still pretty fresh, so they will hold a while, not long, but a while. A while for them being goblins. Sticking at these their pointy sticks at these chosen and chaos warriors. Luckily no Forsaken in here, so it's a good thing they were taken care of. But naturally they run. But luckily some of my troops are returning right now. I think that was a bit... But luckily my units don't take any leadership damage through goblins dying. And we got another Spirit Leech on Kolek, and I think at this point the gamble should start or something. No, I'm trying to rout off these Chaos Knights, because they have to die. Kolek then again goes for the Spider Riders, but some biggins come in. And the Spider Riders finally get in, all pretty fresh, all these archers without ammunition now. And they are there to hold basically the line, and at this point I take the gamble and basically charge Vorzak at Kolek, who is a bit singled out. And basically it makes Kolek rout, luckily, because one hit more and Vorzak would have gone down too. But he bites him in the tail and Kolek stumbles and falls upon a pair of scissors he left there at the morning or something. And finally these Chaos Warriors and Chosen are all surrounded. They should have gotten the leadership debuff from their leader dying. The Chosen are still holding here, but the other guys are trying to flee. Still, I don't think they really dare to in front of the Chosen. And being surrounded, they don't really have a way to flee. All these spiders around them are now disengaging. I think I wanted to cycle charge or something? And some big units are also in the mix. And now Vorzak gets in with his Fear and Terror, and that also makes the Chosen die. Because they don't have immunity to fear or something. Yeah, and with that we had a Pyrrhic victory. My Biggin frontline actually did pretty okay, especially the ones that were off against the Forsaken. The ones that were off against the Chaos Warriors were not that good off, but whatever. And the Goblin Spider Riders, be it the archers or the basic ones, were all doing pretty good, and my Ragnarok Spider basically saved as the air ones, and my goblins were just amazing. One killed the Hell Cannon together with a unit of Spider Riders. Ah, beautiful. The Savage Orcs didn't really get that much payoff, but whatever. Kolek again, what to expect, it's Kolek. He's a freaking beast. The Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows got some kills with his Pendulum spell, but I think the most efficient thing, I don't know, did they bring Occam's Mind Razor to eventually counter Savage Orc spam? That could be a thing, and that actually is a pretty safe choice. Then also, I think they have the single target debuff if anything was brought against them. It's not that great, but it's better than nothing, so yeah. And naturally the Pendulum spell and Melkor's Mystifying Miasma if something was low, but I don't think they brought Melkor's Mystifying Miasma. And then the Chaos Knights and the Chosen. And the Chosen did pretty good, even though they mostly killed goblins and were holed up by that a long time, so lucky me. And these Chaos Knights were basically the lifeguard of Korlek. It could have been a different thing if they brought maybe not the Poison Warhounds, but the elite version of the Chaos Knights. I don't know if that's fitting price-wise, but whatever. They could have helped Korlek staying alive for a lot longer, and it would have been pretty darn dangerous. Yeah. And I hope you enjoyed these replays, and now let's go on and produce a few new replays. No, not campaign, quick battle. Or maybe we will first try to find some others. There is one outskirts, out of outskirts. This businesses don't have religious rights. It's out for a long time, and it has a political background, and we're playing Skaven against dwarves. Then I will go for Clan Pestilence, I guess. And what's my ally bringing? Lightning cannons. So I will bring the other thing. Let's build something unique here. We want the Warlord with this thing here. We want a Warlock Engineer with Warp Lightning, Death Frenzy, and we may try to use Skitterleap here, maybe. Don't think we will expect anything flying, so that's good. And then let's go for some... I don't know, Plague Monks won't really work here, probably. They will bring Berserkers, probably. So what's my ally bringing? Warp Beast. Let's bring some Plague Claw Catapults, the Doom Wheel. Not a Doom Wheel. That would be a bit overkill. That way I wanted it. Some Death Runners. Some basic spearments as a front line, and then some Stormwormen. And the rest we will pour into slaves. Let's get rid of these guys and get some red ogres, because they are red. And let's see what we can get for 600. We could get one of these guys, and that's probably a good idea. To bring a bit more elite armored infantry into the fray. Also, why are they just numbers? Is that a thing? Let's do it like this. Get rid of one of these and get more Skaven slaves in. And some levels for one of my Stormwomen. And one of my clan rats. Considering we are fighting against dwarves. Yeah. By the way, on which map are we playing? Probably should have... out of outskirts. Nice. I think after that we will do some quick plays. And with some I probably mean two. Because I'm kinda running out of time soon. Waiting for other players to finish. Perfect. I really like this map. Kinda wonder how they build these things. Probably build them in and then shift them over. Would explain a lot, actually. But Out of Outskirts is a pretty good map. Fairness-wise and also normally map-wise. Wonder if we will see some shenanigans. Like for Mammoth or something. The Dwarf player bringing the infantry, the Muska player bringing the Mammoth and stuff. That would be annoying.
Prepare to die! Ready? Play klar, Vagabond! Red crack! Bright glow catapult!
Also, set auto fire off.
Storm vermin! Spears!
Okay, he's taking this side, so I will move my things over there, I guess.
Spears! Storm vermin! What orders? Captain's command! Bright glow catapult! Counselor's command! Nobody's!
Have some bit as a trap set in here.
Glenrock spears!
Also my leadership. What's the radius on that? That's affecting both. Perfect. And then my warlord bit in the backline.
warlord.
Let's try out that.
Our tale is yours. Globadiers. Are now ready. 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 Steven, yes, yes.
Let's hope they don't corner camp. Would be annoying.
Die, die, die. Spears. God. Warlord. Great Anaka. Grand Scryer. Warpstone there.
Oh, that's a good thing. When the dwarven player is not moving, that's just a good thing for me, I guess. Do we have something in our backline? Nope. Then I have my artillery actually fired down on these guys. These guys move over here. And some of my spearmen go actually into the backline here. Now try to go like this and have these guys here on the flank. Now have these guys shoot at their iron breakers. More like their longbeards there. There are less trees in the way there. Have these guys move back, since I don't want them to engage against Slayers. These guys move here. Okay, they are going to attack my slaves. That's okay. Also, 3, what are you doing? Please shoot these guys here. What's the upgrade doing? Added area of effect. Ooh, nice. Have these slaves move back. And these Skaven slaves engage against their ranged troops. You guys kill their cannons. You guys move forward. You go in there and there. You guys hunt down their ranged troops. My lord will help here. Let's help them here a bit and have these guys move here.
Retreat! Retreat! Onwards! Murder, kill, kill! Spring, Ricato, crack! What? Attack! Shot! What orders? Guide us, Horned One! Now
Let's
yes!
try to deploy just upon them.
Move! Agreed. Yes, yes. We obey!
Where is my leader?
Move, tails!
Just try to shoot down his mammoth.
Magic's ready!
Why isn't he shooting down the mammoth? You guys go on defensive mode, please.
What orders?
Where's my leader?
Warlord!
That's Angrim Iron Fist. Not the one I want to fight, actually.
Escape forward!
For some reason the game starts to lag here.
Now, ready, now! Stammering! As you wish! Press and hurry! Warlord! Scammer, go! Scuttle, move! Quick, fast!
You guys help here.
Move, tails! I am best!
And you guys go there while you guys take care of these guys. Artillery. Kinda want you to shoot down these guys, please.
Great and a car! Nobody is! Slaves down! Skype, yes, yes! Haste and hurry! Our tail yours! And stick up!
You guys ignore him, please.
Warblock loaded!
Thank you.
Captain's command! At once!
One lord.
Battle!
Take care of these guys. You guys take care of these guys.
At once! Back underground! Now go! Now, ready.
You guys now shoot down this guy. While you guys hunt down these marauder hunters.
Nobody is!
Ah, why not?
Yes!
Instead of going for my leader, he goes for this guy. Perfect.
Get them! Spears! Your desire! Our tile's yours! It shall be done! Water going!
The different, nah, doesn't really pay off. Here, get Death Frenzy.
Warp lightning! Spears!
Kinda want to get my Stormwoman out of here right now. Just want to tire him out.
Now, ready, now! March, scurry, yes! Rocket-chargers! Ready, ready?
Hey, Red Ogres. I have them. Oh, they are fleeing. Perfect.
Voila! Scuttle move!
Rear charge him.
I ready, yes, yes. Warlock engineer! Nobody is. Our tail's yours.
And now the only thing we have to wait for is Ungram. Nice.
Warlock engineer!
And there is one unit that's not fleeing, it seems. Nope. That's a fluke.
Should we run? Shriek! Shriek! Now, yes!
I think which items did I? I didn't give him any items, did I?
Voila! Warp blades charge!
Um, this please on him. Thank you.
Storm Vermin! Die! Die!
Let's replace these claves here through Stormwoman.
Faster! Scurry! Smell must win, Ricato crack! Scurry race! Now, now! Spears!
Give them some room to retreat.
Zatabis! Run! Chase!
Perfect.
Warlock engineer! Bloody whiskers! Should we run, please? Scuttle moved!
Okay, and finally he gave up. Save replay, Q1. Even though it's not a quick battle, I just have them saved as Q1, 2, whatever. And now we're going to get to the real quick battles, and let's find a match, shall we? Oh, we found a match. Perfect. And it's loading, it seems. Oh, my throat is a bit sore slowly. Yeah. There was a good reason to do the replays after the battles, so that I wouldn't talk so much in the replays. Ah, darn it. Oh, fine match. Let's hope we find one that actually connects us this time. Kinda wonder where this problem is coming from, but whatever. If we don't find anyone, I will do another 2 versus 2 and leave it for today. Yeah, it seems we're not finding anything. Okay, I have that thing. I don't really want to deal with that, so I guess we will do the replay. Ah, nah. On the other hand, there was Norska in it, so why not? Let's do that, and I will clear that for the next time, and yeah, whatever. Clan Pestilence and Clan Rictus. I really like the color themes for the Skaven, even though their legendary lords are mostly only so-so. You know what we deployed. So did we know what the enemy deployed? So they deployed 2 units of Marauder Champion, 1 unit of Marauder Hunters, 1 War Mammoth, and 1 Marauder Chariot, a Marauder Champion, a Chieftain, and the Femir Balefind of Fire. Then 2 units of Marauder Horsemen, both with javelins it seems, 1 Skinwolf, and 1 unit of Skinwolves with armor. That's a really unbalanced army, I'd say. Too much money poured into big units and heroes. But whatever. And then we have a frontline for the dwarf player of 3 units of Crawlers, 2 units of Thunderers, 3 units of dwarf infantry, 2 being Longbeards, 1 being Ironbreakers, 1 unit of Slayers, and then 3 units of Cannons, Ungrim Iron Fist, and a Master Engineer. I think it was a mistake of the dwarf players to try to sit still. Especially after seeing this, any artillery pieces.
Quick, quick, go.
Huh?
Clan,
Look at this beautiful thing. Wait a moment. Look at this beautiful thing. Now you also have time for it. Well, both of us have brought a pretty mass-heavy army. Also too much money poured into ranged units, but we had that already today. And for dwarves, it's kind of a dwarf thing. Yeah, Plague Claw catapults can really mess up heavy infantry. Ooh, that was a tree, I guess. The chariots, though, probably did pretty well. Once they are in a slim line, so the Plague Claws don't hit anymore. Is that good? Oh, he was shooting at the mammoth, but it just dodged all the shots. And then the hell... what's it called? Warpstone. Hellpit Abomination. That's it. Completely forgot the name there. There is a Skaven... Oh, these are clan rats. And these are slingshots. I mean, the real shots of the sling, not... whatever. You know what I mean. These warfire throwers? Yeah, these are warfire throwers. Sadly, the chariots were kinda bound here into combat, it seems. No. That would have hit here. Aha, it would have been dangerous for them. Here come the hunters. Still, they are not really melee infantry units. And at this point, pestilence slaves are engaging, while here the Stormwoman goes up against the basic slayers, not giant slayers. Could have been a different fight if it were giant slayers. Look at these green beauties. And here we have Death Frenzy being propped. Really dealing a good hit here to these slayers. And now the cycle shots come in, which is pretty dangerous.
but while that they did not pay attention to their flanks, where my Skaven clan rats with spears just sneaked through and, well, will distract their cannons. And now Angrim is here in the mix. Still, the Slayers are mostly dealt with, so there is not much problems. Also, my ally has here some sneaky Night Runners going in, and ooh, what a beautiful shot of the Plague Claw catapult. Not a fan of artillery unless it's against dwarves. And here you can see the Mammoth is still a pretty big danger. And here come my little friends. Doing some good hits here. These guys are really dangerous for, well, anything that's bigger than average sized human. Well, not, well, maybe a big orc. Not a big orc, but quite big orc. I mean, biggins are big orcs, aren't they? And here my rat ogres have some fun. Yeah. Without slayers, they can basically roam free and do what they want here. And since their cannons are kind of silenced, luckily it seems that, well, for him luckily, that dwarf player seems to have set their cannons on guard mode. So they were still firing, but still. Now the Stormwoman is also in the back line, together with the clan rats. Not a good situation for these dwarves. And at this point the Mammoth has been routed off with all the cannon fire, lightning cannon fire, which seems to miss a lot. And the Poison Wind Globadiers, which are not running after it since they are on guard mode, which is good. And their infantry isn't looking well either, especially since their lord is just on foot. He's countered to infantry, and since he's down, it doesn't look well. Well, whatever. Now we have Angrim here trying to duke it out with some rats. While my warlord just tries to beat up this guy here. And he really succeeds in it. The Skyer engineer, the warlock engineer, yeah, that's it. Also did deliver a single sneaky hit here to distract him. The guy with his steam hammer. And there we have it. The dwarves are routing, and if dwarves are routing, that's never a good sign for the side they're on. Some more hits from the catapults, the other artillery, the lord being killed, and only Angrim survives here in a huge pit of Skaven slaves and clan rats. Oh, these were clan rats, not slaves. Ooh. Probably should have waited for my vigor to go up a bit. And for, yes, the cannon was it that blocked the charge. And now he's moving the cannon around. Thing is, Angrim is being surrounded. And now the cannon is broken, so... That was that explosion. And now they are changing up a bit, so that the Stormwoman gets some hit. Angrim buries himself right into the Stormwoman. And with that the player leaves. Luckily, and we don't have to fight Angrim anymore. Just could have fast forwarded it, but whatever. Yeah. The Skaven slaves did actually pretty good. These clan rats that got into their backline and basically killed down their cannons. That was pretty efficient, and I'm pretty happy about the Stormvermin. Not really many people expect Stormvermin, but they can be pretty efficient. The Poison Wind Globadiers did a really good job together with the Plague Cloud Catapults, helping my ally against these guys, even though I think my ally had it pretty much. And my Red Ogres just took apart the Dwarven Infantry. For my ally, the Blakeseer didn't get any kills, which was to be expected. He's not a really good combatant unless you put him on his bell, where he is a bit vulnerable to anything ranged. And then these Plague Monks didn't fare too well against the Chaos Marauder champion. I think the only thing they are really good against is, well, rear charging, when they rear charge, and against things like Bretonnian greatswords or something. Don't know. And yeah. Slingers didn't get many kills, but I think they are mostly there to deal damage, and these Warp Lightning Cannons got a good amount of kills, together with his help at Abomination. For our enemies, the leadership, well, except for the actual leader, did a good amount of kills. The champions, even though they got weakened into combat, got still some kills, but mostly against Skaven slaves and stuff, so And these Marauder Horsemen actually did pretty good. I did not see really what they did while battle lasted, but still, netting 40 and 44 kills, it's okay. Well against Skaven, so, but whatever. And then the Marauder Chariot just ran through and killed a lot of slaves. Skaven things, whatever. A lot of different Skavens. And the Skinwolves also were used pretty well as flanking troops, but still they were just outnumbered, so that even the Mammoths couldn't help them there. Especially since their ally did not move up. Brought so much ranged troops. The Organ Gun got a lot of kills, the cannon still got some kills, but they didn't focus down any important units, neither did they try to snipe the artillery. So that was a bit, well, not really the right thing to bring against Skaven unless you really want to snipe the Red Ogres, which they clearly didn't do. And then the whole gun line just got overrun by Skavens. That's the thing, against Skaven you need an adequate mass to at least block them off. And then the Ironbreakers got a good amount of kills against my Stormvermin, especially against my Stormvermin, with their blasting charges, so that's dangerous. But I think Miners could have done that too. Sorry, but it's just that I think so. And these Longbirds also got kinda outclassed then by the Red Ogres together with other troops. And the Slayers were just up against Death Frenzied Stormvermin, so ooh, yeah, bad. Also, I think the attack skill won't really do much against Slayers in damage difference, but the 25% raise in damage really, they are really paying off. And then the Master Engineer doing what he does, trying to shoot into my troops, but also didn't try to buff up the cannon line, but also did not really help against, well, my lords. And Ungrim stood there till the end, you saw it. Sadly did not get engaged into the frontline fight. That's where he basically shines with his... Well, you see, Ungrim has two things he can do. Either he is embedded into the front line and helps there fighting till the bitter end and can hold off things forever, or the player holds him back and you have to wait like 5 minutes at the end to basically beat him down. Yeah, these are the two options. Whatever. I hope you enjoyed this stream today. Sadly we couldn't do too many battles. Let me clear my replay folder a bit. I could do that somewhere else too, but whatever. Yeah, that's a bit older. Still, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day, and bye. Well, bye once I clicked stop streaming. Okay.